Welcome back, Sakura Shota. I prepared some delicious sushi for you today again.
Yay! It's something I look forward to every month.
I'm so hungry.
My name is Mizuki Aoyama. I'm 26 years old and I'm a newlywed who just got married 6 months ago. I met my husband, Shota, at a drinking party hosted by a mutual acquaintance of ours. I thought it was too early to get married at 26, but I gave in to Shota's fierce onslaughts of Cupid's arrows, and we got married rather soon after we met. I also admired young mothers, particularly my own, so I thought this would be nice. But it had only been a month since our wedding and we had started our married life, and already I'd started to regret marrying my husband. It became especially apparent when I attended a dinner party held once a month by my in-laws. Well, welcome, my dears. Please come in. Thank you, ma'am. These sweets are from famous and delicious shop downtown. Please accept them as a gift. Yes, well, thanks. Oh, did she not like it?
Mom, you don't like this? This is my personal favorite.
Oh, why don't you just say so, silly? As expected of such a good son. What is this sudden change of heart? Is what I thought, and when I was invited to my husband's family's house for the first time since my marriage, I felt something strange that I had never felt before. It became even more certain when my parents-in-law, my sister-in-law, and her husband and ourselves sat down at the table for dinner. Now, it's time for the monthly Moni Sushi Party, my dears.
This is the go-to for our family gatherings, after all.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Whenever I eat this, I feel like I'm really back home, guys.
Excuse me, what's the matter? Where is my share in your son-in-law's? It's right in front of you. Some nice norimaki rolls. In front of me and my brother-in-law, with a cling and a clang of plates hitting wood, were norimaki rolls of cucumber and dried gourd. He and I glanced at each other in shock. I'm sure that he had married my sister-in-law a year before I married Shota, so perhaps I followed him when he got up to go to the bathroom. My husband, his sister, and their parents were all busy talking about themselves, anyway, so they didn't have any particular suspicions. If I may, sir?
Miss Mizuki, I'm sorry, but I guess it's turned out like this after all.
What on earth is going on?
Our parents-in-laws only love their own children, it seems. I didn't notice any of that because they treated me normally at the family meetings and the weddings, but at the monthly gatherings, as well as the Oban and New Year's, they clearly discriminated against me in terms of the food provided to me only, and thereof statement. But my wife and Shota didn't think anything of it, it seems. They even look at me as if to say, "Got any complaints about the food we serve you, eh?"
What the hell is that?
I should have told them at the family gathering up until this point, but even now, I don't think Sakura would approve of me meeting with another woman, even if she was my sister-in-law.
So she's a pretty controlling person, isn't she? But I can't stand being treated like this all the time, sir. If I were to call it anything, without a doubt, it would be abuse, straight up. I never thought that men could receive such abuse too, though, I must admit.
This is really how it goes every time we meet, huh?
Would we get in trouble for exchanging contact information?
Nah, that's fine. At least she's never even looked inside of my phone for anything.
Well, let's exchange contact information just in case something happens to one of us. We're the only allies to each other in enemy territory, sir.
That's certainly reassuring to think about.
Hey, what are you guys doing out here of all places? We've already finished eating, see? Come on now, help us clean everything up. Yes, ma'am.
Coming, ma'am.
Don't tell me they've been forcing you to clean up until now.
Yeah, even at Oban and New Year's.
There has to be some good reason for you to stand this ridiculous abuse.
I'll talk about that another time.
So we quickly cleaned everything up, and of course, my husband and his family were watching us half-heartedly as they sipped tea without a care in the world. This family is very strange and very unpleasant. I have to do something quickly. Oh, here I am, sir.
Thank you for coming, Miss Mizuki.
I asked you to do this, sir. Was Sakura okay with this?
Yeah, she's always having lunch with her friends during the day, so I'm sure that everything is fine.
Yeah, she's a full-time housewife, isn't she?
Yeah, but she doesn't do much housework at all.
I have a ton of things I want to ask you, sir. So, shall we go to a restaurant for now? I contacted Mr. Macchio, my brother-in-law, a few days later, and we decided to have lunch. We ended up complaining to each other about all sorts of things, but in terms of the length of marriage, Mr. Macchio's been married longer, and I felt like he had a bigger problem than I did. So today I came more to listen to him talk about his own experiences. I'm sure it's not my place to ask this, but why did you want to marry Miss Sakura?
This is gonna be a pretty heavy topic to talk about, but Sakura has been stalking me for a long time, you see.
What?
I come from a family of farmers, but since I'm the third in line to inherit the profession, I don't need to be the heir. But we suffered a direct hit from a typhoon and subsequent poor harvests a few years back, and how she found out about it I have no clue. But Sakura offered to support my family, without me knowing about it either.
What?
Oh, I don't think you paid a penny for it, Miss Mizuki. I think that it was all her parents' money, but my parents were so touched, they told me I just had to marry Sakura as a form of thanksgiving.
Even to this extent? Why is she so obsessed with you, sir?
I wish I knew, but she drags me to her friends' gatherings and stuff, even though I don't know a single person there.
Pardon me, but you've been made into an accessory.
Excuse me?
Well, Mr. Macchio, you have good looks, you see, and I think she's just bragging to her female friends about how good-looking her husband is to get the upper hand. If that's why she married you, sir, then she's really the worst.
If I try hard, could I get a divorce? Could I be free from Sakura's shackles? But in reality, I can't say anything much at all because of her family saving my family from the destruction, and I have no choice but to put up with the way my in-laws treat me.
You'll be free, Mr. Macchio. Listen to me, sir. You've been brainwashed. Let's get out of this environment right away. I'll get divorced too.
What? But...
It's fine. I'll gladly become a divorcee. Let's give them hell. Then, in Mr. Macchio's eyes, I saw a glimmer of fighting spirit inside.
I'll give it a try. Miss Mizuki, will you fight with me?
Of course. As of henceforth, we are true allies. And then I started to think about what exactly would hurt the perpetrators most if and when we struck. We formed a plan. Hey, honey.
Hey, what's up?
How long have you been going to your family's favorite restaurant, Moni Sushi?
Huh? Well, I used to go there with my family when I was a kid. We would get takeout too. Mom and Dad said that they've been going ever since they got married.
Wow, it's a long-established restaurant.
I'm sure everyone who lives around there knows the sensei at Moni Sushi. I think the guy's father used to be a famous local politician back in the day.
Wow, that's amazing.
Why do you ask?
Nothing really, just that the sushi is always so good.
Right? The premium sushi is even better.
You don't think anything of it being a problem with me and Mr. Macchio not being able to eat said premium sushi, honey?
After all, Mom and Dad are treating us, and you have no right to complain.
Oh, I see. I almost asked if it was all right to invite Shota over to my parents' house and treat him in the same fashion, but I stopped myself. It's a waste of time talking to such a bird-brained person anyway.
Sakura's going away for a sleepover next weekend, she says.
Is that about the hot spring trip with her with our in-laws? Shota also said something along the lines of family members only. I'm gonna have so much fun. It took all my willpower not to scream.
I think that's it for sure.
But this only works in our favor. Let's go next weekend.
Well then, I'll leave the house to you.
Yes, have a nice trip. Now then, let's get ready. Good afternoon.
Welcome, welcome.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Mizuki Ayama, the wife of the son of Mr. Michitada Ayama and Mrs. Haru.
Huh? So you're the wife of the Aoyamas. The wife of young Shota, I see. Pleasure's all mine, my dear.
Likewise, I'm the husband of their daughter, Sakura. Makio Satomura, at your service, sir.
Well, such nice youngsters. Please, have a seat. Will the others be joining you soon?
No, sir. My husband and his family have gone on a trip outside of town, you see.
Only family members were invited, it seems, and we weren't, sir, so...
Could you elaborate on what that means, my dears?
And this was how we had the opportunity to tell everything to the sensei. Then his shoulders trembled, as though he'd just had a shiver run down his spine.
I've always been on good terms with the Aoyama family. Yes, when the lovely Sakura got married, and when young Shota also got married, of course. The monthly deliveries and the deliveries during New Year's, they've genuinely spoiled me for so long, you see. However, there are some things you shouldn't do as a person, aren't there, my dears?
I really don't like any norimaki rolls of cucumber and dried gourd, but the ones you made, Sensei, those were delicious. That's why I've always wondered how delicious your true sushi is, you see.
Let me treat you for today. Today's menu, premium course for 2 people, sushi of Sensei's choice coming right up.
Even though Sensei was never at fault for anything, he insisted on treating us to his delicious sushi. Oh my God, this is divine, sir. They're all truly delicious. This is quite literally the first time I've ever eaten such delicious sushi in my life.
No wonder why people want to come here again and again, hungry for more.
Why, thank you. I've been making sushi for 40 years now because I wanted to hear those words from my customers. Come on now, don't dawdle, there's more to come.
As such, we ate to our heart's absolute content, and we were sipping our hot cups of tea afterwards.
By the way, are you two considering getting divorced?
Of course, Sensei. My plan for the rest of the day is to pick up my things and get the hell away from home.
I'm thinking the same, sir.
Understood. Then I'll make my moves this upcoming week with your permission.
Huh?
Oh, just you wait and see, my dear.
As I told Sensei, I sent my big things of luggage to my parents' house, packed the things I needed in a small suitcase, and left to stay at a friend's house for a short while. Since Mr. Macchio couldn't rely on his parents for safety and shelter, he decided to leave his things in a storage space he had rented. In any case, it's a big step for someone who has been so restrained to Sakura and his parents' mercy. It's the right thing to do. Sir, it's absolutely crazy. I've received over 100 messages from Shota and his family. The line messages are amazing, too. I'll send you a few screenshots later on.
That's how it is for me, too. Well, if you just leave the provisional notice and the divorce papers behind, it's bound to happen.
Yes, but let's wait a little longer for us to reply to them. At least after Tuesday.
I wonder what Sensei's gonna do.
I'm looking forward to the results.
I finally got through! Hey, Mizuki, what did you say to Sensei?
Huh? What happened? I just had a nice meal at his restaurant is all.
Screw off with all your kidding! He freaking came to my parents' house and scolded the crap out of my mom and dad!
What a nice chef.
Oh, shut the heck up! Because of that, my parents are now being looked down upon by the neighborhood, and they're forbidden from ever setting foot inside of Mani Sushi ever again! What the heck are you doing?
Didn't you hear what Sensei said in his lecturing?
I was called in too. I was scolded like crazy alongside my sister.
What the hell? I'm disappointed in all you Aoyamas. I make my sushi to help put a smile on everyone's faces, understand? It's completely unacceptable to use it to discriminate and abuse within the family. I hope you never come back through my shop's curtains in the future.
But why, Sensei? We just enjoy delicious meals as a family.
Your daughter's husband and your son's wife are also family, are they not? What nonsense are you on about? First of all, you yourself were originally an outsider, weren't you? How would you feel if you were treated the same as Mizuki and Makio?
Well, sir.
And Shota, how would you feel if you were invited to Mizuki's parents' house and only you were served cheap food, eh? Would you still claim that you have no right to complain about what you serve them, eh? In any case, I don't want people who don't care about others to eat my sushi. Thank you very much for your patronage up until now.
So, Sensei, you gave them an uproarious morning. And so you don't agree with the contents of the lecture at all?
But that's because Mom and Dad are...
Mommy this, Daddy that.
Shut the hell up! I'm your wife, aren't I? Shouldn't I be the one you ought to protect against unreasonable abuse? If your parents are more important than I am, then you won't have any problem divorcing me. I'm not family, after all, am I? Never went on trips, seeing how they were always family members only.
I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
It's too late. Getting married to a guy like you. I need to develop a better eye for men.
Please, honey, don't say you want a divorce. If I don't take you and Mr. Macchio out to dinner, then Sensei won't forgive any of us. I told you, didn't I? The chef's father was a famous politician back in the day. Everyone in the local area loves Mani Sushi. If you're forbidden from going to that restaurant, Mom and Dad will feel alone in society. I was planning to go back to that house someday. It's a problem.
Sure. But I don't give the furry crack of a rat's ass. If you don't divorce me willingly, I'll hire a lawyer or whatever and get that divorce or die trying. Well then, see you in court.
Wait a...
I feel so relieved. Mr. Makio, how are things?
Wow, Sensei's power is amazing. Sakura, who was so strong and domineering, has become a little weakling. She said she would forgive me if I apologize now.
And you made it sound like it's okay if she didn't forgive you, right?
She made a fuss about paying the money she'd given to my family back, but when I asked her about the family she'd used, draining my savings without permission, she fell silent. I'm in an overwhelming advantageous position to her, so I think I'll be able to manage it.
That's good. Let's both go all the way to the divorce. After that, we had some problems, but thanks to hiring accomplished lawyers, we were able to get our divorces. I was only married for 6 months, so we didn't have much savings in a joint account, so we didn't have any disputes over the division of assets. As for the alimony, I couldn't ask for such a high amount, and perhaps he realized that further arguments were a waste of energy, for he quickly agreed to pay. On the other hand, Mr. Makio was heavily criticized by his parents for divorcing their savior.
I am not your goddamn puppet, guys. You have no idea how much pain and suffering Sakura has put me through up until now, with you and your fooled views of her outward surface of kindness. Enough from you guys.
He straight up had a tantrum. After that, he explained in official writing how Sakura had been treating him, alongside her parents. His parents went deadly pale, apparently, and had genuinely apologized, bowing their heads to the floor. He also explained that the amount of support they had received from their family had been paid off already since he got married, with her draining his savings and all. His parents promised to pay their son back the money that they owe him. Well, I'm glad we both got it over with.
I can't thank you enough, Miss Mizuki. If you hadn't volunteered to fight alongside me, what would have happened to me around now?
No, sir. I'm glad we met at the right time. The only good thing about getting married this time is that I was able to be of use to you, Mr. Makio.
You know, we will be strangers from now on, but I was wondering if you'd like to continue having tea with me.
Huh? Of course! I was hoping that would happen too. So, we got divorced and became strangers, but we could continue to be tea friends, so to speak. Living alone! This is the life! I think marriage would be out of the question for a while. Nah, maybe not. Oh, it's Mr. Makio. Hello, what's up?
I'm sorry, I need you to hide me for a little. Could I please go into your house?
Huh?
I'll tell you more later, okay? I promise. Your address didn't change since when I sent you the oranges the other day, did it?
No, it's the same. What on earth happened? But it seems like something not so simple. Mr. Makio arrived at my house 10 minutes after our phone call.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. What happened?
Sakura's chasing me, you see?
What? Even at this late stage?
When we got divorced, I issued a restraining order. There's a penalty for breaking it, but I have no idea what she's thinking.
She's still hanging around here, isn't she?
I thought she might come charging into this apartment, and I couldn't just stay home alone, you see?
Don't worry. You couldn't be any more right in choosing this apartment.
Huh?
Hello, is this the manager? I'm calling to inform there may be a suspicious person at the entrance. Yes, thank you. Do be careful, please.
Wait, what's going on?
This department has a system where you report a potentially suspicious person to the manager. Security can be called. The management fee is rather high, but I decided to move here as a countermeasure against Shota and his family. It ensures my security after all. But I thought your apartment had good security too.
It has an auto-lock system, but this is top-notch. It's amazing.
Makio, darling. Get out here. I can't tell my friends we're now divorced.
So you're the individual causing a ruckus here at the entrance.
What? Who are you?
If you live in this apartment, please show me your key.
I don't have a key, but I'm the wife of someone who lives here, Makio Satomura.
Then please tell me his room number, and I'll check with him right away.
That's.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm sorry for the trouble. Sakura's been taken away by security, it seems.
You're so much younger than me, but you really are reliable. You're truly amazing, miss. I'm pathetic by comparison.
If you think you're pathetic, sir, you can change that starting now. Let's work hard together.
Alright, I understand. I'll show you.
Then, because he liked the security measures of this place, he moved to an apartment on another floor from where I live. And how this came out, I have no clue.
Miss Mizuki, let's go out for dinner tonight.
Sure.
Miss Mizuki, would you like to come over to see a movie tonight?
Yes, of course. I'm frequently invited to spend time with him like this. Our next plan is to go eat at Moni Sushi. And by the way, my ex-parents-in-law are still talked about in their neighborhood, and Sakura and Shota are apparently secluded, huddled together at their parents' house too. Well, we openly get to eat out. We haven't been banished after all. Sensei! It's been a while.
Welcome. Oh, hold on. You two look so happy.
It's all thanks to you, Sensei.
We'll definitely keep on coming here, sir.
Yes, of course. You better come, the two of you.
Sensei.
Sorry, lad, sorry.
After that, we went to Mani Sushi a few times, where I was given a big surprise thereafter, but I think you can imagine what it is.